بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today I'll talk about the Qibla, which is mandatory in Salah. When we make Salah, we have to make sure we're facing the Qibla. Who decided that? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided that. And then when Prophet Muhammad became a prophet in his age of 40, he lived in Makkah for 13 years. That 13 years, he used to pray towards Jerusalem, which is Masjid al-Aqsa. But his heart always used to think to face Kaaba. So when he used to stand that way, because we know around the Kaaba, we can pray around anywhere. So he used to stand that way. So Kaaba also in front of him, and then he's facing Jerusalem. So all 13 years, he was praying towards this Jerusalem, facing as a Qibla. So when he made Hijrah, Prophet Muhammad prayed also another 16, 17 months. So how do you know all this? There is evidence here about, according to Anas radiallahu ta'ala anhu, the Prophet and his companions used to pray in the direction of Jerusalem. It's in Abu Dawud. And according to Al-Bara, says, we prayed along with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam facing Jerusalem for 16 or 17 months after the Hijrah. It's in Bukhari. Then, what happened? Prophet Muhammad used to look at the sky during his salah, and then he used to think that his heart used to be towards like Makkah, Masjid al-Haram. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he changed the Qibla. How do you know that? This is in the Quran, Surah Baqarah, ayat number 144. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. قد نال تقلب وجهك في السماء فلنولينك قبلة ترضاها فول وجهك شطر المسجد الحرام وحيث ما كنتم فولوا وجوهكم شطره. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, we have certainly seen the turning of your face towards the heaven, O Muhammad, and we will surely turn you to a Qibla with which you will be pleased. So turn your face toward Al-Masjid al-Haram, and wherever you, the believers, are, turn your faces toward it. And from that moment, the Qibla changes to Masjid al-Haram. That's why when you go for Makkah, for Hajj or Umrah, we usually visit a mosque. It's called Masjid Qiblatain. So there's two Qibla there. That's why, that's how he started facing Qibla towards the Masjid al-Haram, Makkah. Since then, Alhamdulillah, we have been praying that. Who can change it? No one can change it. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have to remember, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala changed because he loved his messenger, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he knew his heart. So that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made these changes through the Quran. So there is no other authority to change anything in Islam. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala could change and did change. And as the revelation stopped coming, there is no more changes now. So no one can change the Quran. Alhamdulillah. There are so many huffaz. This is the blessings from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why no one can change. No one can alter a single word. And remember, if you know the Quran, if you read the Quran in grammar, you know, a simple fatha, dhamma, or kasra, it changes the whole meaning, change the position in the sentence. Subject could be object, object could be subject, if we just change it. So There is no way. That's why it's very important to recite the Quran with the Sahih Tajweed and pronunciation. Otherwise, we will change the meaning. Now, when we face the Qibla, so when is this permissible? The fair prayer. When it used to be like war, they could, because they are facing the enemy, and but the time is running out to pray Salah at that time. That's more important. Praying on time is very important. So they could not turn their face. They have to keep the face towards the enemy. That's why they could pray at that time. That was exception for them. And the rider, Prophet Muhammad used to ride from Makkah to Medina, and he used to pray wherever he's facing at that time. It was permissible for him. Any sick person or unable person who cannot turn their face, maybe somebody's face is fixed and they have neck issues, or they're in the sick bed, they're sick, they cannot move around. For them, it's not mandatory, but any healthy individual, by knowingly, we cannot pray without facing Qibla. We have to try our best to find the Qibla, especially where we are here in the northeast. We face northeast from the USA here, North America. So it's not difficult nowadays to find the Qibla. We have a lot of apps, different kind of apps we use, and we can find the Qibla easily. There are some apps might be different, a little here and there, but remember, the Makkah from here is not a straight line. It could be little difference. It does. There is no reason to argue, no reason to fight. I know there are a lot of masjid. They are fighting for the Qibla for years after years. We have to remember, we are brothers. Innamal mu'minuna ikhwatun. We are believers, are brothers. So we have to respect each other. We have to help each other. And if so many people together and we are fighting for Qibla and then time is running out, we all will be responsible. If the Asr Salat is running out, the sun is setting almost, and we're still fighting for the Qibla, oh, I'm not agree with you, I'm not going to pray this. That's not issue. The issue is we have to pray on time. On time praying is more important than finding the Qibla at this moment. If you don't find the Qibla at that moment, just use your inside, what your inside say, what, then just pray at that moment. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept it. But we have to try our best to find the Qibla, inshallah. And then, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, Surah An-Nisa, ayat number 103, indeed, prayer has been decreed upon the believers, a decree of specific times. So we have to pray on specific times. We cannot just pray during Asr time, the Zohar, or Esha time, Maghrib, or something. So there is a time frame for this. Alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed us with that, and there is a way to know when is the time. And inshallah, in my next episode, I'll talk about those how we determine the times for Salah, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.